celebrating with the Panthers tonight. Paul Gallen, Cameron Smith, Phil Gould, all here to dissect on our post-match show. Gus, I know you can believe what we're seeing from this Penrith side because you were there to help develop the infancy of it. They are something special out there tonight and trying to do what they did against the likes of Harry Grant and co and succeeding on the biggest stage of them all. It's become business as usual.
Yeah, it is. To consider a team winning 4 premierships in a row the way they have in a salary cap era, I mean, that's just unheard of. They've lost a lot of players over the last few years, but they've kept developing kids through. They've recruited strategically. The thing about the team is the resilience, is the toughness of the team, the mental toughness of the team, and this brilliant defensive system that they've got. To keep the Melbourne Storm to 6 points, I mean, a measly try out of dummy half over the course of 80 minutes, where every other team in the competition doesn't even get close to containing the Melbourne Storm attack. They virtually blotted the Melbourne Storm out of the contest. They kept it at their own end of the field. They gave them very little opportunities. They applied so much pressure. I think full credit to the Melbourne Storm. I think if Panthers play any other team tonight, they win by 40 or 50. But the Melbourne Storm just were really gritty themselves. But this is a very, very special group of players.
A hard watch for you, Cam. But in the end, you see them beaten by the better team.
Yeah, well, the final result, Brace, it's disappointing as being a Storm person, and I'm really disappointed for the playing group out there. They've had an enormous year up until this point, finishing minor premiers, and they were fantastic. But tonight they were beaten by the better side, and sometimes, particularly in these occasions, you really have to acknowledge the opposition and say that you've been outplayed. Now, I totally agree with what Gus said about that mental toughness. Like, the Penrith Panthers are not only a fit side, but they're a mentally tough side. And there was a few moments that showed me that tonight. That try just before half-time, they had to go 95 metres, they score points there. Then Liam Martin comes up with that big play. He takes the ball from the high ball here, gets it out to Alamotti, scores a try. And then there was a period with about 10 or 12 minutes to go, and they defended 4 consecutive sets on their line and turned the Melbourne Storm away. And look, you can see the disappointment in that shed right now. Craig Bellamy, look, he's shattered. He's been here and done this all before. He's lost grand finals. He's won a few as well. But a lot of these young guys, they haven't had this experience. And there's a few guys in that side there where they played in the grand final in 2020, their first one, and won it. And that's a great feeling, but they haven't experienced this one yet. So if you cast your mind back, 4-5 years ago, that was the Penrith Panthers right now. What all those young guys in that Melbourne Storm shed are feeling at this very moment in time. What does that mean for next year and years down the track? Don't know, maybe a positive thing for Melbourne.
That was your last game, that grand final, wasn't it?
It was.
Back in 2020.
It was.
When the game was over, and there wasn't much in it at the finish, you got off to a good lead. Did you get a feeling that this team was destined for something bigger?
Oh, Gus, I did. And watching them go about their business throughout that season, I felt that way. I thought they had a special lineup. They had something very special, particularly with a group of young men all starting out together. And watching the disappointment and seeing the disappointment in their faces after that 2020 defeat, I knew that they were hungry. And they've shown the entire rugby league world that they're one of the best sides that have ever played our game.
And every year they have to lose a couple of star players. This year, most notably, Sunia Truva, Jerome Luai, and James Fisher-Harris, who's live with Emma.
Thank you, James. Well, Fish, I know in the build-up to this you were so reluctant to get reflective and be emotional because you had a job to do.
Yeah.
And now that you've finished with a grand final victory, can you believe it?
I can't really believe it, to be honest. Even just the way the game planned out. Storm were really good tonight, but I'm just reflecting a little bit now over the years with the brothers, and it was just nice to just go to war with the brothers one more time, especially in a game like that. With like our rivalry, Storm, of course, and just to end it on a good note like that, which, still pinching my skin there, to be honest.
The way you've spoken during the year about what this club means to you, what Ivan Cleary meant to you, can you sum up for everyone watching at home how this club is essentially like your family?
Yeah, I probably can't put it into words, to be honest. But everyone knows, like, all the people in those 4 walls know that there's nothing but love, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it, to be honest. This is my second family, and yeah, I'm at peace with everything, my decision, everything. But yeah, it's been one hell of a ride.
We know how important family is to you. You've got your young kids here, but a big part of the reason you're leaving the club is to be back closer to family at home. And unfortunately, your grandfather did pass away, but I hope you don't mind me asking. I'm sure he would be so, so proud of you tonight.
Yeah, I can't even speak, to be honest. I'm just over the moon, and yeah, this year's been crazy. It's been a roller coaster for me, on and off the field. Personal reasons and injuries as well, and I just love this place, and it's so hard to move away from it, but it's something I've had to do. But yeah, I'm going to celebrate with the boys one more time,
They'll always hold a very close place in your heart. We're all very excited for what's to come next year for you. James Fisher-Harris, well done on a great few years here at the Panthers.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Well done to him. Gus, you ever heard him speak so much?
That's the most I've ever heard him talk. He was, yeah, that was like getting blood out of a stone, wasn't it? Trying to get a response from him. But he's a very special character right from the first time he ever came to the club as a teenager. He played in an SG ball team. He and those fellas there, like your Luais and Clearys and those fellas, they all played in a young rep team together, and those two become like brothers. He's a very special character, James Fisher-Harris. He came over extremely tough. He had 2 left feet and 2 left hands. He didn't know much about the game, but he would train and he ran and he was tough. And the story goes that when they were beaten in the 2020 grand final, he actually went and trained 2 days later and started training, and virtually everyone followed him back into the gym. That's the story as I understand it, that he was single-minded about overcoming that disappointment and winning a premiership. Well, now they've won 4 in a row, but he's been an integral part in the development and also the mentorship of all these other younger fellas that came through. When he came to the club, he was 17 years of age. Now he's 27, 28 years of age, and he's the leader of the club. And that's what sets the DNA of your club as you go through.
And a nice moment there with the Panthers legend in Brenny Alexander. The epitome, though, Gal, I'd imagine, of leading by example, which I assume the Warriors are going to now enjoy the spoils of with James Fisher-Harris.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to miss them on the field, there's no doubt about that. But I think where they'll be missed most is their leadership around training and just around the camp in general. You heard him talk there, the way he talks about the place, how much he loves it, how much he loves the fans. I think they'll be missed at training. That's where their leadership around training, their work ethic, that will be missed.
All right, Luai Taruva off to the Tigers, across the ditch for James Fisher-Harris. Let's head across the pitch now to another superstar for the night, Brian To'o, live with Lockie.
Yeah, thanks, James. Well, I was looking around for some players to interview, and I saw this man sitting down here with his young fella. What's his name?
His name's Atreus.
He loves his chocolate. You got chocolate there, mate? Yeah. Lucky Dad's got a heap of chocolate for later. But I just seen you sitting here, and you're looking up at the family, you're looking up at the crowd. What are you thinking?
No, just enjoying every moment. This doesn't happen very often, so I'm truly grateful and blessed. And yeah, just to soak it all in, enjoying this moment with my son. It's the best feeling.
And yourself, going through the game, like I watched that game tonight, and it looks like you're going for your first premiership. That's how much desire you're still playing with. What do you put that down to?
We put in a lot of hard work and preparation, son, please, into this game and into this year as well. And it just goes to show you, how hard we work together as one. And every year we always reset, and everyone's going for the main prize. And really blessed and grateful to come out on top and get the win.
That left hand there, you're starting to run out of places to put those rings. Does it feel surreal to have that 4 rings sitting on your left hand?
Yeah, man. I'm pretty speechless right now, and just sitting down here just to soak it all in and just to embrace this moment. Not only along with my son, but with all the beautiful fans and family that came out tonight, that's been with us since the very beginning, and really, really lost for words.
Last question: how does that breakfast you had this morning feel now?
How was it?
How does it feel now?
It's beautiful. I'm going to keep doing it every day. every day, every game day. So yeah, it's legit, no cap.
All right, mate. Well done tonight. Well done for the last 4 years, and go and enjoy it with family and friends.
So thank you.
Beautiful scenes down here on the field. We've got Ivan Cleary, Jet, Beck, Indy, Malaya, and of course, who we got here? Carter and Aaron as well. Aiden. I nearly got in trouble. Ivan, can you put this into words? 4 in a row.
Yeah, not really. I'm just so proud. That game was epic. Such a tough game. Congrats to the Storm for such a great year, and they were awesome tonight. We had to use every bit of whatever we've got to be able to get the win tonight. So, yeah, stoked.
Could you have done it without the support of your amazing family?
Of course not. No, God no. Love my family. Obviously, my other son did a decent job tonight as well. So, but yeah, this is what drives me and us, and they're a big part of this, of course.
Nathan's not too bad, but what about Jet here? Jet, you must be so proud of Dad and Nathan.
Yeah, I mean, every year this happens now. Like, the feeling never goes away. Like, you never really get used to it. It's awesome, and no, it's the best night of the year. It's better than Christmas, really. So it's fun.
And do they inspire you to be able to, hopefully very soon, be able to do the same thing yourself and run out on the NRL field and maybe win a premiership?
Yeah, well, I mean, they set the bar real high, and I just want to achieve that. So, they've set it high, but hopefully I can get there one day.
Well, you have the best role model ever in your dad, Ivan, and of course Beckett, and your siblings as well. So go and enjoy it, all of you. Thanks, Ivan.
You.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
Good on you, Emma. The Cleary gang. Young Jet, of course, heading across the ditch with the Warriors. And he has got the able hands of Ivan guiding him through it. Nathan there with his teammates as the Panthers celebrate a grand final. Wouldn't be a grand final without some bunker discussion. 10 points to 6. The Panthers are leading the Storm. 49 minutes gone. Jack Howarth of the Storm gets over for what looks like the match levelling try. But in the end, the decision is upheld as no try. And in there somewhere, did the ball touch the ground?
Well, from what I saw here at the ground, I didn't see it touch the ground, no. I thought they made the right decision. I know there's things floating around on social media at the moment that is pretty clear. It shows the ball probably hitting the ground, but...
What about
look, from
there?
No, what I saw on social media and what I saw there isn't the same. So I didn't see the ball hit the ground.
Bit of anyone else? You reckon, Gal?
Well, I think so. I mean, honestly, did you see the ball hit the ground there?
These days.
Did you see the ball hit the ground then?
It looked like it.
You reckon it looked like it in that one?
The direction of
it was going down. I don't think it
was
hit the ground.
close.
Yeah,
it was close.
But at the end of the day, I don't think it hit the ground. What I've seen on social media wasn't that. So I don't know how they've done it, but in my opinion, I didn't see it hit the ground anyway.
I think had the referee ruled try, they wouldn't have overruled that.
Yep.
But that's the thing these days, Gus. They don't go to the bunker to see if they only go to the bunker if they think it's a no try. They rule the try straight away if they think it was a try. And to the referee's defence, there's no way in the world he could have seen it.
Well,
the touch judge maybe should have.
He couldn't have seen it from his vantage point. And then the bunker really doesn't have clear vision to overrule it, or clear enough vision to overrule it. Now, there's a lot of doctored photos on social media trying to say that it did get to the ground, but I guess we'll have to leave it up to the referee. There's Jerome Luai just taking a contemplating moment out near the... He does this a lot. He goes out to the goalpost and sits there and has a think about the day that's been and what's ahead. He's off to the West Tigers next year, of course. Came into the Panthers Academy at 14 years of age, the same day that Nathan Cleary joined the club, and they've been together all that time. And he'll have to leave the club at the end of the year, as a number of his teammates have had to do over the seasons. That's the salary cap working, and he heads off to the West Tigers, and he'll be a great asset for them. But the achievements that he's had with this Penrith Panthers will see him as a Panthers legend for the rest of his life. It'll never be forgotten.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights, action, 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that, and of course my favourite, Freddie and the Own.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.